if you want to start feeling better, then I'm going to ask you to try to start working on your breathing. I know that you've probably heard people talk about breathing. And one thing that I know that has started to help me is one, finding the time to breathe. So you'll hear people talk about you just need to practice your breathing, you need to take deeper breaths. One thing that I have been working on is part of a habit stacking tool where I take one thing that I already do every morning and I stack it with a new habit that I want to create. So for me, it is drinking coffee. I make my coffee in the morning, and while it's brewing, what I'm working on doing is breathing because one, I love the smell of fresh coffee brewing, so why not take advantage of it and practice my deep breathing at the same time? Why should we be breathing? Not breathing regularly, but deep breathing. It can help with so many things. So if you are an anxious person, it can help to start to calm you. If you deal with incontinence, prolapse, diastasis recti, any of those sort of issues within your center, within your core, it will help with those as well because there is a pressure system within your core. Your diaphragm and your pelvic floor create a pressure system. So if those two are not working together, you're going to be off. You can have posture problems. You can have all of these aches and pains that many of you have. And if you just start working on your breathing, it will help. So what I want to share with you today is 360 breathing. It is the first step to working on your breathing pattern. There are many other things that you can do. And if you're interested in learning more about different exercises you can do for any of those problems I mentioned, let me know. And I'd be happy to kind of guide you through where you need to go for this information. But the basic thing is 360 breathing. So 360 breathing is taking your ribs and instead of going all the way deep into the belly or going high up into the chest, we're going to try to practice breathing like a jellyfish. Not breathing like a jellyfish, but breathing so that our ribs are making the motion of a jellyfish. So you're pushing out and then pulling back in. Okay, so everything expanding. If you think about how a jellyfish moves, all parts of their body are moving together. So that's what you want to think of your ribs doing. So I'm going to take the front of my rib cage where the sternum is. I'm going to go around to the sides and I'm going to practice breathing into my back as well. So where I would start with this is just placing your hands, relaxing your shoulders because you don't want to create tension up here. Just relax those shoulders, place your hands around your ribs and just really relax into it. And we're going to breathe in, taking a deep breath in and just see in the beginning where it goes. Where do you feel the movement? Do you feel it really high? Do you feel your shoulders rising up? Or do you feel it in your ribs? And then what I want you to do is I want you to lean back into your chair and I want you to do it again. But this time I want you to think about breathing that back into the chair. So you're going to breathe again, take a deep breath in. Try to expand through the back to get that rib, the back of the ribs to start pressing into the chair. So that's going to help you breathe deeper into it. And then the last one that I want you to do is to work on breathing and breathe to where you're trying to move your hands out a little bit. So you're going to breathe in and you want to feel some expansion within your ribs. Out and then in. Again, if you're not feeling this, we can start working together to help you get to where you're able to move through that movement pattern a little bit better. But in the meantime, a lot of this just has to do with sitting down and practicing it. Practice breathing through your back. Practice breathing through this area. Try to take it out of your belly is still moving, but we don't want it all belly. We want to make sure that we're getting that movement all throughout our rib cage. So give it a try. Let me know how you do, and let me know if you have any questions.